Okay, well, this is part 2, as promised, about working with PRs. I think we established in part 1 that PRs work for the brand. They're the sort of middle people who sit between the brand and the press or blogger. So their primary role is to work for the brand and ensure the best possible coverage for the brand. So with that out of the way, I think it's really hard for new bloggers to get any traction with PRs at all. It's just so hard, but there are certain ways that will make you stand out from other bloggers also trying to get noticed and get attention. The first thing would be to demonstrate that you already love the brand. So, you know, if you've got a good knowledge of the brand and you there are various things that you really like, then you can already post about those, make that one of your blog posts, and you know, say this is my favourite collection of, let's call it bubblegum cosmetics. This is my favourite collection from Bubblegum Cosmetics. This is what I use for this. This is what I use for that. Don't just say something like, oh, the colours are really pretty, you know, because I think the onus is on the blogger to demonstrate their passion for a particular brand, and the world and his wife can say it's really pretty. So what can you say that's personal to you? So maybe something like, you know, I so love this colour because I wore it at my brother's wedding, or you know, I wore it on a first date, or just something, just anything that makes your post a little bit more interesting and might stand out from others about that particular product. The other thing that's really worth doing is having a look at the brand histories. A brand like Revlon, for example, is rich in history. It's got quite an exciting and dynamic background. The same for Bourjois. And you might be able to add in little pieces of information that you've garnered from researching the brand histories into your post. Once again, this is going to make you look like you know your brand. And by the time you've researched it, you will know your brand. And I think all that sort of thing is really helpful. Now, I don't know, I'm not making any assumptions that you read my blog, but sometimes when I get false lashes, one of the little tricks that I do is I put them on an unfamiliar object. So yesterday I've got a ceramic poodle, and I put some Illamasqua lashes on her, or him, but I think it's a her, don't know. And then Benefit sent me some lashes and I put them on a lemon. And it's just a bit of fun. It just makes things different because, to my knowledge, nobody else puts lashes on fruit but me. But there you go. And the brands really like to see some personality and a sense of humour. Now, if you do make some headway by making sure that the brands actually see it, if you've got the PR's email address, fantastic. Always send a little link through to say, you know, look, this is my post about bubblegum cosmetics, and you know, I hope you realise it's more than just makeup to me, because I've got this connection with it because I wore it at my brother's wedding or whatever. You know, I wonder if there would be an opportunity for me to review forthcoming products. You say something like that. Now, if that works for you and the PR is very happy to send you some products, then I always think, it's old-fashioned manners, I know, but I always think send a little handwritten note to say thank you so much, because it's the rarest of things, and what we're talking about now is a very crowded marketplace, and so anything you're doing a bit better or a bit differently to the crowd is going to make you stand out in some way, and that's really what we're hoping for, that you might stand out. Now, the other thing to say, having a good relationship with PRs, they do understand that not every product is for every person, so that's fine. But if you're going to say, this eyeshadow arrived, I hated it, it reminded me of sick, or something equally unpleasant, right? You don't actually need to say that. You can get your point of view across, but not by being aggressively negative, I suppose. And also the other thing really to remember is don't be sweary on your blog. try not to be make your blog muddled with other subjects like boyfriends, cats, etc., etc. I mean, it is really good to have a mix, but I think no PR in the world is going to want their product on a blog that's effing and blinding. And you know, I'm so depressed, my boyfriend's just dumped me, because then suddenly your blog is not about beauty anymore. And if they look at it that day, then they're not going to see a blog about beauty, they're going to see a blog about you. So it's about how you reflect any products, and that's a very, very important thing to do, is that always treat whatever brand, whether it's premium, high street, with respect. And it doesn't mean that you can't have your opinion. You absolutely can and should, but there's a way to do it respectfully and there's a way to do it disrespectfully. Okay, so I think that's it. Part 2 finished.